For a couple of years, I've been messing around with online marketing things, tried some stuff, worked with some people. Most of it didn't work. And I had got looking into what I think is the first foundation that we should all start with on our online presence is our online reputation. If we don't have a good reputation, if we're not monitoring our reputation online, which is our front door to our school, all of this other stuff isn't going to work. You can't market enough to fix a bad reputation. So if we start with that premise, then how do we do that? What are the different systems? Aren't you glad you don't weigh 500 pounds?
Right? Sorry, sir.
So when I did the research on this, I found some online programs, and I was trying to get some information on how to do it. And I went online in a forum and asked if anybody would help me with it. So I had a lot of people offer to teach me this stuff for $100 an hour or $500 or whatever it was. Then this Canadian guy says, well, I'll give you a hand. Let's do a Skype call on it. And he spent 2 hours with me walking me through all of this stuff. And when I asked him how much I owed him, it's on me, friend, just trying to help. He's that kind of guy. So then we started talking about more marketing stuff, more knowledge that I've been trying to learn. And he's done so much with his little company up in Niagara Falls, Canada, wherever it is, and working with this online reputation stuff. So I talked him into coming down from Canada to share a little bit of this with you guys. He's not a public speaker by trade, so I had to drag him kicking and punching. But this is such an important part. If someone goes to find your school and goes online and it doesn't look right, it has bad reviews, nothing else is going to work. What's the old saying? The best way to put a bad restaurant out of business is with really good advertising. And so what we want to make sure is step one, our online presence is kicking butt, and Dan's got some really neat stuff he can help you with that. Here we go, sir.
We'll do this in French if you want to.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The first 2 days here has just been fantastic. I've learned a lot about business, about martial arts. I'd like to thank everyone for being such givers, and it's a lot of fun for me. So my goal today is to change your perception about reputation management. We don't use management, we use marketing. Management means the defensive position. You wait for the reviews to come in, and then you hope they're good reviews, and then you hope there's no bad reviews, and if there are bad reviews, you're just going to have them pushed away or ignored. So our goal is to go out, get great reviews. You have super fans, you have people to whom you're changing life, and they're really happy, and all you have to do is ask. That is the main way to get reviews. You ask. We did a Facebook page for a rental car business here on the island last week, Rentadora ISIS. And within 2 days, they got 22 reviews, 5-star reviews, because we asked. Now, if they don't do anything after that, if they don't have systems in place, they'll have 22 reviews in a year or so. Because people, if they're not asked, they will not do anything. They will just go on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, again, marketing versus reputation. And a review is a tool. It's a tool you can use. It's a tool you can use to promote your business, grow your authority, celebrate your staff, acknowledge your fans, your super fans. And it's also a tool that you can use for SEO purposes, for local authority purposes. So there's more than one way to use a reviews. So your goal is to gather reviews, and then from there on to use those tools to increase your authority, to get more business, and to grow your circle of influence. One question I get asked a lot is where to get your reviews, or where to post reviews, or where to direct people to your reviews. And the main one is Google. Google is getting better at helping local businesses show up better in the local searches. So to get at least five reviews will get you those stars on a Google local search. You can go to Google My Business, just type that into Google. You'll be able to claim your business, and you can have more than one business. Within the school, if you have an after-school program, it's a business in itself. So you should have a Google My Business page for your after-school program. If you have a summer camp, it'd be the same thing. A Google My Business page for your summer camp. So you wouldn't do that for different levels of martial arts programs, but if you have something that is completely different, you should have a Google My Business page for that. And it's okay. Google wants to make sure that their visitors get to the right place. So if there's 2 properties, if there's 2 websites, it's okay because one is targeted exactly to the person who wants that service. Also, you have Yelp, which is mostly for restaurants and hotels and businesses like that, but sometimes people will go to Yelp to review a school. And also Facebook. Facebook now is very, very interested in local. So they're offering businesses a review service, an offer service, and they will try to help local businesses get their users to use their service for local. They want people to interact. So people using reviews. The 62% of people have at least once used a review service, and 75% of those people will do it constantly. Once they start getting reviews and they start getting a great experience with reviews, where they find a great company or they avoid a bad company, because a lot of times that's all they want to do. They want to avoid getting ripped off. They want to avoid getting a bad experience, so they will read what other people are doing. And one bad review will not hurt a business if they're surrounded in what we call sunshine. If there's a lot of great reviews and one person was somehow not pleased with the service or something, they will. It might be a competitor, it might be a past employee, it might be somebody who's just the idiot with the megaphone, we call them. So if there's enough good reviews and people share their experience, they share how your school are helping their child develop, how they help them get better physically, mentally, and they share that experience. It's better than just saying, "Oh, it's a great place." So you want to ask your fans to give you great reviews, and you can teach them what to say. Tell people about your experience, and we'll go over in a minute of how to get reviews. And you have to make it easy. And if you make it easy, if you make it systematic, if you make it automatic, people will get into the habit of leaving reviews. And if you ask for one review and you don't get it, you might get discouraged, just like me doing one setup and saying, "I haven't lost weight, I'll stop." So if you continue to do it and you make it part of your culture, and you gather great reviews, then you have a system where you can celebrate your team. Once the reviews come in and you see how they interact with your client base, your parents, and they see these great reviews, it's a great way during team meetings to say, "Here are the reviews we received this week." And there's the Net Promoter Score, and that's where you ask one question: how likely are you to refer our business to your friends and family? And we base that on a number from 1 to 10. And if you have a 10, it's great. If your number is below 9, then your objective as a team is to how do we raise that number from 8 to 8.5 or 8.5 to 9, or if you have it at 10, how do we keep it at 10? So asking that question during a survey. If you ask a survey, you can ask a survey many times. After each program, after each session, after a belt test, you can ask people for survey. A review is kind of a one and done. So we prefer to ask for surveys, and from surveys we then follow up with a review. We ask them for a review. We say, "Thank you we send an email. Thank you for the survey. Now, if you don't mind, forward this survey result to a review." So to make it automatic, to make it simple, you can do that sending an email. You can have QR codes where people can do that on their phones. You can have a link where they just type a short URL. They go to a survey page. You can have business cards, flyers, banners, through a video, Facebook posts asking for survey, asking for reviews. So if you make it easy, people will do it. We have clients that are doing it automatically. They went from 0 reviews, now they have 15, 20, 25 reviews, and they're all great. Some are not so happy, but again, if you ask for a survey instead of a direct review, and the survey is not positive, you can address it right away. You can contact the person who completed that survey and say, how did we miss the mark? How can we make it better? And you keep them off the review sites because they've been heard, they've been addressed. So at that point, they're not go on Facebook and say, well, these guys don't understand me. These guys are not living up to my expectations. So it's a great way to do it. Make it automatic, make it easy for them, and it'll do it. So that's about all I have. If there's any questions, I'll be more likely to. Yes.
What do you do with those surveys? How do you approach it? Is it something that goes out in an automatic email when the person first signs up, or how do you get that implemented?
There are many ways to do it. You can do it where you can take your list of current clients and send an email out to those. And the way we do it is we don't send, if you have a database of 300, we don't send out 300 requests in one day. We chop it up, maybe 10 per day for about 30 days. That way you get a slow and steady request. But again, it can be a card, it can be a post on Facebook asking for people to complete a survey. It could be after a major event, after summer camp, after a session.
And you like it's a post direct to a link, and then they go on there. Are you doing them anonymous then? The surveys, or?
No, we ask for their name and email address. We want to celebrate the people who leave reviews, so we want to thank them. So we want to make sure. And at that point, there is on our system, it says that we'll use the reviews. If they want to leave it on, they do. If they don't have to do it. But once you have your reviews, you can use them everywhere. It's a great marketing tool. You can have 50, 60, 80 reviews on the front page of your website because once you reach a certain point, the footer is not important. But if you have 70 reviews, all copied from Facebook, Yelp, Google, City Search, you do a copy and paste, put that on your website. When somebody gets there, all they read is great reviews. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 20, 30, and so on and so forth. It could be on your landing pages when you have sales pages. It could be posts on Facebook. And when people see great posts like this, that a team has been celebrated, they share it, they like it. It builds the authority in your market. And it's a tool that is free to use. They're giving you their authority. When you're asking someone to give you a review online, you're asking them to give from their authority. So you know it's genuine. It's a lot of effort. It's gold for your business. So you gather as much as you can, and you do the best with it as you can. You market it, you use it, and you celebrate the people who do it. Just,
Particular survey, software, site?
we have a system that creates a short survey. We ask 2 questions. What program are you in? And the second question is, how likely are you from a scale of 1 to 10 to promote our school or programs to your friends and relatives? That's it. And then there's a comment section where people put a comment. Once they go through that part, there's a thank you page with a video. And the best way to do it is to have a personal video of the owner, the instructor, saying thank you very much for your feedback. We appreciate it. And then you ask them to proceed with a review on Facebook, Google, or Yelp, because you can't bribe or ask directly for reviews. But for a survey, you can incentivize people to go to a survey. Now, if the survey is negative, it's an apology page. So again, we have a video that says, we're sorry, you had a bad experience. There's some boxes where people can say what happened, who was involved, and how can we do it better next time. The business owner or the decision maker will get an instant alert, like a minute after, saying someone had a bad experience. address it right away. So that way it's not 2, 3, 4 days later where someone has a chance to mull it over and put it on the social media. And same thing with a great review. The first thing you should do is thank them. Thank the person who posted a review. And that way they feel great about doing it. And other people will also see that the review was responded to, so that if they do a review, they will also get a great comment and feedback. Yes, it is. As long as you're not doing the same. The question was if there are multiple websites on Google, is Google okay with that? Google wants to make sure that people get what they want. And if somebody is looking for adult fitness, they don't want to land on a kid-specific website. So if they have their own website, their own landing page, it's better that way. And you can have, as long as you're not spamming the same information on different sites, that's what Google does not want. If it's different information on different sites, it's better that way. Yes, it is. It is better. It's completely different services. That's why it's optimum to have. You can have it still a different a page on a website for different services, but to have a website dedicated to only the one service when they're completely different than the other ones. It's like someone who's cleaning carpet and also cleaning cars, detailing cars. To have two websites is better than to try to match them up. It's better for SEO. You rank better if the information is about one service. So your after school or your summer camp page and website will rank for summer camps, and your martial arts will rank for martial arts. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
So your business is to manage people's online reputation?
Yes. So what we do is we create automated system software to manage one or more reputation. The way we do it is we ask for surveys. So we help businesses forward the surveys to their clients, students, and parents. And from
What's the name of your business and how do we get a hold of you if we want to?
okay, so we're at dojorep.com. dojorep.com. And at this time we have a special. People on there can contact Mr. Randy Reed, and we have a $1 trial for a service. Well, thank you very much.
Speaker, how do you like it? Now I'm going to put him on the circuit. Yeah, there you go. You know, when I was up with Mr. Horton's group up there, and he's done such a great job with teaching leadership programs with his students up there, and it really struck me, what is it they say, the two big fears of most adults are death and public speaking. And one of the things that we teach our kids as martial artists is that ability to stand in front of other people and talk and to be confident enough to be able to public speak. And sometimes you forget about the real value of some of the stuff we do in martial arts. So for them to have that tool to do it, and that, because when you take somebody who isn't, we're all used to standing in front of people and talking. That's what we do as martial artists. Dan's not, and so it's interesting to see some of the stuff we don't even really realize some of the benefits of the things we do.